The shoreline came into view as the boat cut across the waters. Jesus stepped onto the familiar ground of his own city. The streets stirred with noise, yet one sound rose above the rest: the shuffle of feet carrying a man on a mat. His body was paralyzed, helpless, but his friends would not let despair win. They brought him to Jesus, determination in their eyes, faith in their hearts. The teacher looked upon the man, not just at his broken frame, but deeper, to the soul burdened with weight unseen. With a voice both tender and commanding, he said, "Take heart, my son, your sins are forgiven." Gasps and whispers spread through the crowd. The scribes shifted uncomfortably, muttering under their breath, "This man blasphemes." But Jesus knew their thoughts before they spoke. His gaze pierced them, steady and unwavering. "Why do you think evil in your hearts? Which is easier to say, 'Your sins are forgiven,' or to say, 'Rise and walk'?" The silence thickened. Then, turning back to the paralytic, Jesus spoke with authority. "So that you may know the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins." He paused, then gave the command, "Rise, pick up your bed, and go home." And before all eyes, the man stood. His legs, once lifeless, carried him. He lifted the very bed that had carried him for years. The crowd trembled in awe and fear, glorifying God who had given such authority to a man. The marketplace bustled with traders and townsfolk. Behind a wooden booth sat a tax collector, tallying coins with a face hardened by years of scorn. His name? Matthew. To many, he was a betrayer, a man who profited from his own people under Rome's hand. Jesus passed by. His steps slowed, his eyes fixed on Matthew. In that gaze was no hatred, no ridicule, but a summons greater than wealth or power. With words few and simple, he spoke, "Follow me." Something broke within Matthew. The clink of coins seemed hollow, the ledgers meaningless. Without hesitation, he rose. He left the table, left his life of compromise, and followed. Later, in Matthew's own house, a feast was spread. Tax collectors and sinners filled the room, reclining at the table with Jesus and his disciples. The air was alive with conversation, laughter, and wonder. Yet outside, Pharisees looked on with disdain. "Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners?" they asked the disciples. But Jesus answered, his voice carrying both clarity and compassion. "Those who are well have no need of a physician, but those who are sick. Go and learn what this means. I desire mercy and not sacrifice, for I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners." Not long after, disciples of John the Baptist approached him, their brows furrowed, their tone questioning. "Why do we and the Pharisees fast, but your disciples do not?" Jesus answered with an image of joy. "Can the wedding guests mourn while the bridegroom is with them? The days will come when the bridegroom is taken away, and then they will fast." His words shifted to parable. "No one patches an old garment with new cloth. The tear becomes worse. Neither do people pour new wine into old wineskins. If they do, the skins burst, the wine spills, and both are ruined. No, new wine is poured into fresh wineskins, and both are preserved." The kingdom he brought could not be bound by old forms. Something new had arrived, alive and expansive. While he spoke these things, a ruler pressed through the crowd, desperation written on his face. He fell at Jesus' feet, his voice trembling. "My daughter has just died, but come, lay your hand on her, and she will live." Without hesitation, Jesus rose. His disciples followed closely. Along the way, hidden within the throng, moved a woman worn by years of suffering. 12 years she had bled. 12 years she had been unclean, cut off from touch and hope. Yet in her heart she said, "If only I touch his garment, I will be healed." She reached out. Her fingers brushed the fringe of his cloak, and instantly she felt life return. Jesus stopped. He churned, his eyes meeting hers. Fear and hope trembled within her. With a voice that lifted her from shame, he said, "Take heart, daughter. Your faith has made you well." And she was healed. At the ruler's house, mourners filled the air with wailing and the sound of flutes. Jesus entered, declaring, "Go away, for the girl is not dead but sleeping." They laughed at him. But when the crowd was sent outside, he entered the room. He took the child by the hand, and life returned. She arose. News of the miracle spread like fire through the land. Leaving that place, Jesus was followed by two blind men. Their voices cried out into the street, "Have mercy on us, Son of David." He entered a house, and they came before him. He asked, "Do you believe I am able to do this?" Their voices were steady. "Yes, Lord." He touched their eyes. "According to your faith, let it be done to you." And their eyes opened. Sight flooded their world. Jesus charged them sternly, "See that no one knows about this." But joy could not be contained. They spread his fame throughout the region. As the blind men departed, another was brought to him, a man bound by a demon that stole his speech. His silence had been long, his oppression heavy. Jesus spoke no elaborate word, but with authority he cast the demon out. Immediately the man spoke. His voice, long silenced, now rang out. The crowd marveled. Never has anything like this been seen in Israel. Yet the Pharisees, unwilling to believe, muttered with bitterness, "He casts out demons by the prince of demons." And so he went on, through cities and villages, teaching in synagogues, proclaiming the good news of the kingdom, healing every disease and every affliction. Wherever he looked, he saw need. The crowds pressed, weary and scattered, like sheep without a shepherd. His heart was moved with compassion, love deeper than words. Turning to his disciples, he spoke with urgency and vision. "The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Pray earnestly to the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into harvest." The chapter closes with his compassion spilling over the fields of humanity, preparing the way for the sending of his workers.